Okay. 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 What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. For those of you that are new here today, my name is Forever. Thanks for joining us today. For those of you that have been rocking with us, man, welcome back. Just want to let you know I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And today, before we get into today's topic, as you can see, for those of you that have not already checked out your birth natal chart, Natal chart, I'm gonna need you to pause this video and go ahead and do that. I'll leave a link down below. I think the site is called Astrology Cafe, something like that. But I'll leave a link down below because this is important to know. First off, we're diving pretty much in the deep end already. We haven't even talked about the sun, the moon, the rising. So it's important for you to go and get that information first, figure out who you are. You don't even need to get into the sun. You can come right back here after you know where your Saturn is on your birth natal chart, okay? So go do that right now, pause the video. For those of you that have already done that, let's get right into this. Before we get into what's on the board, I want to actually dive into the literature, and there's two reasons why. One is because it's really well said here, and it's not that long of an insert. It's just the beginning of Saturn. And this book right here, this is the book that I'm going to be reading out of. I don't know the name of the book. I don't even know the author. All I know is that I like the book. That's good enough for me. So if you don't have this book, I know one of my homies on here, one of my soul families, we are a soul family. So one of our soul family members said, "Hey, yo, I got this book." So I'm glad that some of you guys are getting the book. So the second reason is because I need to work on my reading, okay, in front of an audience. And yes, I'm being very transparent. So without further ado, if you want to get ahead of the reading, I'm going to leave a timestamp to all the information on the board. But if you want to stick along for the ride, here we go. Saturn is the planet of responsibility and symbolizes the ethic of hard work. Under its influence, a person's character is strengthened through trial and difficulty. It's very key. It has been said that Saturn disciplines us until we can learn to discipline ourselves. Interesting. Are you able to stick with a task until you have completed? Do you at times feel beset by problems or see obstacles at every turn? Would other people call you stubborn? Have you sometimes felt lonely or depressed? If you answered yes, then you have felt the presence of Saturn in your life. The planet is named after the Roman Titan god, who was the father of Jupiter, Neptune, and Pluto. Saturn was also a symbol for Father Time, for he brought to an end all things that had a beginning. In astrology, Saturn is the planet of diligence, self-control, and limitation. Its domain is patience, stability, maturity, and realism. Its influence is stern and restrictive, cold and severe. Saturn is called the celestial taskmaker, for it teaches us the lessons we must learn in life. In the grand plan of the universe, Saturn does not give us more than we can handle. Under Saturn's influence, we achieve by overcoming obstacles and hardship. Okay, I'm going to read that again. Under Saturn's influence, we achieve by overcoming obstacles and hardships. Very key. Sometimes the effort itself is the reward for the effort is what builds character. In the end, what we learn under Saturn's influence, we keep for the rest of our lives. Saturn's position in your chart indicates how well you accept responsibility, whether you are self-disciplined, and what delays and oppositions you can expect to encounter. When its influence is prominent, you tend to be reliable, trustworthy, and patient. Saturn gives the power to endure and provides the tenacity and perseverance to realize your potential. Saturn's effect is to delay reward until they are earned. It perfects human nature while it bestows an ability to wait. It is the planet of courage, steadfastness, and integrity. I love that word. Many people shrink from accepting its burdens, but Saturn is not to be feared. If you look into your past, you will probably see that you have achieved lasting strength and satisfaction from triumphing over obstacles, right? As a negative influence, Saturn can make a person overly ambitious, calculating, and selfish, solitary, inhabilitated, and unhappy. Its negative influence is associated with inflexibility, cruelty, humorlessness, and pessimism. Saturn also represents illness, handicaps, and misfortune. Keep in mind, however, that Saturn is only one of many influences in a chart. Obviously, it's an important influence, but Saturn's power is not necessarily felt in an overwhelming way. In its symbolic form, Saturn is our destiny. It rules fate, the things we cannot escape, and the payment we must make for what we receive. Wow, well said. Thank you. Jonah. Thank you, Jonah. Joanna. So I just wanted to highlight some of the key points, because if you haven't already heard, Saturn is pretty much the challenges within this game of life that you need to address. Otherwise, we will not be able to beat the game, your own individual game. Okay, so I felt compelled, and I felt that it was important for us to talk about Saturn first and foremost. So, like I said, Saturn, planet of responsibility, symbolizes ethic of hard work, strengthening character through trial, difficulty. Okay, I like what they said. Saturn disciplines us until we are able to discipline ourselves, right? So that's important. If you cannot, like for my life path, like we talked about, life path 5, we've talked about this actually. I need to, and all you life path 5s need to understand discipline. And I know that's something that is a challenge in itself for me that I have been accepting, and I'm enjoying it actually, quite frankly. So moving down, okay. Challenging tasks, problems, obstacles, stubbornness, loneliness, depression. If you are feeling, like the book said, if you are feeling any of these things, that is Saturn in your presence. And it's not to be afraid, it's just to recognize that, okay, there are some incongruent, or there are some parts that aren't really connecting right for me. I'm not feeling right here. So with knowing all of this, that's your opportunity to go, why? And when you go why, and you're already connected if you're that far, right? If you know why, the universe is going to flood those answers, baby. You're going to get the answers, right? You're going to get the answers. For example, I had a preconceived notion that, hey, I don't really like reading in front of people. I know you remember popcorn, Jimmy, it's your turn to read. I know you remember that, okay? I was Jimmy back in the day. So with that being said, that's just a habit of thinking that I've carried. But me doing what I did, I'm crushing that habit. So I'm empowering myself, and that's what Saturn's about. And when you accept the challenges, you start to feel good. And when you start to feel good, things start to come. We're not worried about the things coming though. Just keep that in mind, but keep them coming. So check it out. Bam. Here. In astrology, Saturn is the planet of diligence, self-confidence, and limitation. And real quick, its domain is patience, stability, maturity, and realism. So this is what I got from this right here. If you choose to accept these challenges, I believe that Saturn will empower you as you accept the challenges that it gives you. And as you accept the challenges and as Saturn empowers you, you attain the diligence. You begin to attain the self-confidence as you accept the challenges of reading the book in front of your audience. You start to, I don't know about the limitation. I'm not even going to go with the limitation, but maybe you start to break through your limitations is what we're saying here, okay? And with all that comes maturity, comes stability, comes patience, and comes realism. You're able to be your authentic self. Okay, a lot of good things from Saturn. I think Saturn is connected to Satan, I think. But again, that's just the world of duality, and we use duality as a tool. Okay, the celestial taskmaker. I like the celestial taskmaker. I like that. Okay, so It's setting up the challenges for us, right? It's setting up the tasks for us to achieve, to beat the game, to do our thing, right? So teaching us must learn life lessons, giving us what we can handle. Okay, that saying in the Bible, which the Bible, if you haven't, which my opinion, the Bible is analytical, or excuse me, the Bible is a metaphor. The Bible is an allegory. Is it an allegory? Yeah, the Bible is an allegory. So in the Bible, God, there's an excerpt that says God won't give you more than you can handle. You know, your higher self is not going to give you more than you can handle. So keep that in mind when you start to come across challenges and you start to identify some of the things that, remember, you just set a preconceived notion in the past that limited yourself and that you brought. So now knowing that, because you're going to ask, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel weird about this? Okay, you get what I'm saying? So that's kind of another video. That's therapy. Okay, should be charging you for that. JK. So check it out. Last two bullets here. Contrast. Overly ambitious. Okay, so these are the downfalls of Saturn, of getting to, of wherever Saturn is in your houses. This can be the downfall that you need to just make sure that, you know, you're aware of if you want to navigate a little easier. You can be overly ambitious. You can overcalculate. Okay, this is my lower self. This isn't my higher self. Raising my hand. You can be selfish. Okay. Celerity. Solid. You can put yourself in solitude. Celerity. Okay. So I don't know why I feel like I'm saying that wrong. You can be unhappy. Okay, due to inflexibility. Okay. All of these feelings up here, the selfishness, the solitary, the unhappiness, is due to you being inflexible, you not really wanting to think beyond the challenge, due to you not really enjoying it, being really hard and stern. Oh, I gotta do this. You gotta enjoy the journey, right? So humorless, you being cruel to yourself, you being you being a pessimist, not getting to the work. Let me tell you, it's been a long week since I haven't been on this camera with y'all, because this is where I need to be, because Saturn for me is in Aquarius, and that this morning brought me here. So you can imagine how I was feeling through the week, trying to convince me, oh, that's cool, it's cool. Like, I wasn't going to make a video this whole week, but here we are, you know. As soon as you surrender, things start to happen, I guess. Okay, and then the last bullet here, this was really important. This is just the cherry on top. Saturn is your destiny. Okay, Saturn is our destiny. So with knowing where Saturn is in your house, for example, Saturn is in Aquarius for me. So that means literally I need to be out here connecting with my soul family, with my soul group, with you, and sharing who I am and my ideas and what I feel. It's incredible, man, once you get into this astrology, because it's like, okay, that's what I need to do. Whoop. It's like, you don't even need to think now. I just do it. Okay, you're just going to go do it. So rules fate plus the things we can escape. Woo! Let me read that again, okay? Saturn is our destiny, and it rules fate plus the things we cannot escape. Those challenges you keep avoiding, that you keep freaking hearing every day, you're going to have to, when it's right, you're going to have to muster up the courage, and you have to get to it, okay? And I don't mean to sound so stern, but I got that Saturn energy right now, okay? Father Saturn, okay? You're going to have to get to it, because you cannot escape from these. And the payment we must make for what we want to receive. Plain and simple. You know, I'll end it with this right here, guys. You think of a video game. I don't know if you guys are into video games, you ladies. I don't mean to not address you ladies, because I know we got a lot of y'all out there. Okay, how y'all doing today? A video game. You wouldn't want to get a video game, first and foremost, and just play on the easy level, right? You wouldn't want to get a video game and just, oh, beat it, that's it, done. Kind of like life. You don't want to just get into life and, oh, it's easy, it's done. You don't want to get into the video game and get a video game and play it and get all of, you know, the gear, get all of the upgrades, get all of the special stuff at the beginning of the game, because then what's the point in taking the journey, right? So contrast, Saturn, variety is necessary. Contrast in Saturn is necessary. Challenges are necessary. in order for you to embody what you are supposed to embody, that missing link. So yeah, I would just say play the game. Play the game, and don't be afraid to play the game. Understanding your whole natal chart will actually help you even more. Understanding your numerology will help you even more. So use all these tools that we have literally been given from God, us as a collective source. Use all of these tools to your advantage, because I promise you, when you stop avoiding your purpose and your path, you'll get chills through your body. So I appreciate you guys for watching this. Not a lot of editing in this video, because I know for my path, I don't like to edit shit. I just don't. Okay, I gotta be real with y'all. So subscribe to the channel if you like the vibe. Like this video because it's gonna help this video plus this channel grow. Leave a comment if you got questions and you want to share some love. And last but not least, hit the bell so you know when I'm dropping a video. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for the support. Get ready, because 2020 did not win, but 2021 is going to be a hell of a year. So buckle your seatbelts. Buckle your seatbelts. Okay? Forever out. Love y'all.